Hi, everyone. I'm retired meteorologist Pat Prokop and YouTuber, putting these videos for you up on YouTube. Anyway, yesterday's YouTube video, I asked the question, do you want it to snow or not want it to snow? And also, what are your reactions to seeing the information about the nighttime sky, such as the planets and the galaxies and the nebulae all around in a sky near you? Well, the survey is in, and I had about 133 comments, that pertain to the subject. I had more than that, but 133 comments pertaining to the subject. And first of all, let's take a look at some of these comments. And there are some pretty good ones in here. First of all, this one was good. Please snow and freeze. Send the gnats and mosquitoes to Hades. Stay warm, folks. I like that one. We had Christmas and New Year's, so I'm ready for spring. Well, yeah, me too. Let it snow. I love to hear about the night sky as well. And turn on the snow machine, pretty please. No snow. It makes a mess. Well, I agree with you on that. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. A lot of those let it snow were on there. And one of my top fans, snow, please. And here's one, yes. Here's another one. No. And, oh, isn't this one nice? We miss you. Well, thank you very much. So I'm right here on YouTube. Here's a good one. Would love the snow, snowflake. Thanks for the planets, and the images, and definitely keep them coming. I will definitely keep them coming. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be showing you one momentarily. And I sure hope we get some snow. I guess that's coming from Frosty the Snowman. All right, before we get into the planets and the night sky, time sky, let's show the results of the survey and the values coming in from all the comments. Out of the 133 comments pertaining to the question, both from YouTube and my Facebook Weather and Nature page combined together. For those who don't want it to snow, there was 32 votes that no snow. For those who do want it to snow, they say, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, 88. That's 2/3 or 66% of the voters voted for, yeah, let it snow here. And then 13 comments were, yeah, I enjoy the nighttime sky. So with that being said, first of all, before we go into the maps about the snow and so forth, let's take a look at the maps right now, because last night I asked you to go outside if you had the opportunity to look up in the southwestern sky, and there you saw the moon, Venus, and then up above Venus was Saturn. Tonight, the moon is going to be between the planet Venus and the planet Saturn. It'll be a beautiful sight up in this southwestern sky between, say, 6 and 8 o'clock this evening. Obviously, it'll be lower in the sky at 8 o'clock as the systems will be setting. But on the other side of the sky, we do also have Jupiter and Saturn. Now, in between Jupiter and Saturn, there's an object that you can see if you're in dark areas. It's the farthest thing your eyes can see without any optical aids, unless you need glasses. But still, no telescopes or binoculars. It's the farthest thing you can see, and this is it. The Andromeda Galaxy. I took this picture a couple of months ago, right from the backyard, with one of the telescopes that I have. And this is our closest neighbor, the Andromeda Galaxy. Actually, we got some smaller galaxies a little bit closer, but this is a major galaxy. It contains about 1 trillion stars, as compared to our own Milky Way galaxy, which contains about 250 billion stars. So the galaxy, the Andromeda Galaxy, you're seeing it the way it appeared 2.5 million years ago. It takes light that long from that distance to get here, and that's the closest galaxy to our own galaxy. And there are actually billions upon billions of galaxies up in the sky. I'll be showing you more astronomy pictures over the next several videos as I post them and as the sky remains clear. Anyway, let's get into the weather maps. And I love talking about astronomy. Anyway, let's talk about the weather. I love talking about the weather. Things are going on in the middle portion of the country where winter storm warnings and watches are now in effect for portions of the Missouri Valley, from the Central Plains across the upper portions of Missouri, southern portions of Iowa, extreme southern Iowa, and then stretching across with advisories into Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky. Kentucky might get a large area of freezing rain associated with this system. It depends where it goes. It might be just a cold rain. If it is, then Cincinnati and Indianapolis might get freezing rain and sleet, and then heavy snow to the north of that. But nothing going on around here at the moment. So let's take a look at the computer maps. And these are the interesting ones. This is again, the GFS, the Global Forecast System. That's the United States model. And putting it into motion, there's that storm that's developing over in the middle portion of the country, and it's a pretty hefty storm. It's going to dump some heavy snow across the Central Plains into the Missouri Valley, then middle Mississippi River Valley. This red and pink area, purple area here, that is snow, that is freezing rain and sleet. The green area, that's just a cold rain that'll be falling with this system. But this is for sunrise on Sunday. Going into Monday, it is a very intense system with very heavy snows behind it in a large portion of the Show Me State of Missouri, going into Illinois, Indiana, and again, Ohio. Looks like Cincinnati and Louisville, Kentucky. Cincinnati, Ohio, Louisville, Kentucky will be getting a lot of snow with that. And then there's that band of freezing rain right on the Ohio River Valley. Now, that is with the GFS model. I'm going to show you the European model in just a moment, and the Canadian model as well, the CMC. But more concern for us, it will be coming up next week, at the end of week, a week from today, Friday and Saturday, January 10th and the 11th. This right here is Monday, January 6th at 1 o'clock in the morning. So let's put it into motion. That system moves eastward. We'll see a band of showers passing across our area Monday afternoon with the passage of that front. Then some colder air is going to actually flow down behind that system. And we're going to have some temperatures in the 20s for the overnight lows for a good portion of next week. But looking at that system, there it is coming out of the western Gulf of Mexico, right over here, with a band of rain and snow over well behind it in the cold air sector of it. And then as it gains a little strength and picks up moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico, it rides across the Gulf coastal states right along the coastline, moves into Georgia and approaching South Carolina. This is for Saturday, 1 o'clock in the morning. Let's go sunrise Saturday, see where it is. And it's mostly rain across Georgia and South Carolina with a little band of freezing rain in the higher elevations, and then more snow and ice for Kentucky and into West Virginia. And this one's going to go a little bit further north into the Great Lakes states as well. And this might also affect the city of New York and Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. So if you're having plans to go up there this weekend, you might have issues with the travel there. All right, let's look at the Canadian model for this same system here. Let's back it up to show you Kentucky storm, Ohio River Valley storm. Let's go with the Canadian model, and that's this one right here. And it's basically showing the same thing, except it appears to be just a little bit further south into most of Kentucky, getting a large swath of very dangerous freezing rain and sleet with snow north of it, basically north of the Ohio River. Then putting it into motion and going into the end of the week, going into Friday and Saturday. This is Thursday, this is Friday daybreak. Where'd it go? It's gone. The Canadian model just showing some cold air moving in and briefly stating and then moving on out. So that's a different view. Again, as I've been mentioning the last several videos, the models are just flipping all over the place. No handle yet has been grabbed onto this system. What about the ECMWF? All right, let's go to that. And this is it right here. And it shows the Kentucky system, again, basically like the Canadian model, has the storm over a large portion of central Kentucky, or just about all of Kentucky, from the Ohio River southward, and then rain south of the Kentucky border into Tennessee, a cold rain at that, maybe a little band of showers, maybe even occasional rumbles of thunder associated with that. And this is for Monday morning, and then going into Monday afternoon. The system weakens considerably as it moves across our area, just a few showers, and the snow itself continues to weaken as the whole system goes off to the east. And then going into the end of next week, here we are into Wednesday, Thursday sunrise right there, and then Friday right there at sunrise. You can see a little bit in the western Gulf of Mexico trying to get organized, and it doesn't. It just falls apart, basically like the Canadian model shows nothing for our area. So for all those who were wishing for that snow, you're going to have to wait for another system. And the next system beyond that doesn't show any snow either. Let's bring it in over here. And that's it right there. And that's for the following week, January 13th. Nope, no snow. Usually, if you are going to get any snow around here, it's usually, well, in January and in February. The better chances for snow actually are in the month of February for this area. But with that being said, there are areas of cold air that's going to be affecting our region, and we're going to have to deal with that. Some very cold air off to the north, lows in the, 22 below zero tonight in Bismarck, North Dakota. We're going to be dropping down into the low to middle 30s across our area. And looking at the low temperatures for our area on tonight, Friday night, Saturday morning, about 30 in Statesboro, 34 in Savannah, Hilton Head, 35 perhaps, thereabouts. It'll be cold, but, above freezing in most areas in the coastal counties. And then as we go into Sunday morning, Saturday night, Sunday morning, about the same, a little bit warmer further inland. Then look what happens on Monday, Sunday night, Monday morning, lows in the upper 40s. Flirting with 50 degrees along the coast as warm air ahead of that system moves on in, a chance for showers. And then the cold air behind that flows on in. This is for Monday night, Tuesday morning, temperatures in the mid to upper 20s inland to the lower 30s in the coastal areas, flirting with freezing even on Hilton Head Island. And then going into Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, just a touch colder, middle 20s again in Statesboro, around 30 in Savannah, maybe upper 20s in western Chatham County, upper 20s to lower 30s even on Hilton Head Island and St. Simons. Be flirting with freezing temperatures there. Again, the same thing for Wednesday night, Thursday morning, with temperatures dropping down into the mid-20s inland to the lower 30s along the coast. Now, looking ahead for the next several days, the 6 to 10 day outlook for next week basically is calling for, well, this is no big surprise, temperatures to be below normal with precipitation near normal to below normal. And then as we go into the next day, the next period, the following week, the middle portion of January, we remain below normal, but not as cold as it has been, a little bit of warming going on, but still below the normal, and rainfall, nothing significant showing on, or precipitation, let's call it for that. And again, looking at the forecast for the next several days, expect to see those temperatures to drop. Not expecting any major precipitation events across our area. Maybe some showers on Monday, but nothing significant. Probably less than 1/10 of an inch. Some locations might get 1/4 of an inch if you're lucky. All right. And then hard freeze temperatures for Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night. And then going ahead for the next several weeks, next 6 weeks, temperatures are going to average below the normal throughout the middle to almost end of January. So January is going to be a cold month, but then again, it's winter. That's why they call it winter. It's cold. And then we're going to start moderating somewhat into the end of January. And then beginning in February, temperatures begin to warm up a little bit more. Even along with the normal temperatures warming up, the anomalies or the values from normal will be warming up as well. And by the middle of October, around St. Valentine's Day, well, we might be in the upper 60s, maybe even flirting with 70 degrees around that time period as well. Well, thanks for watching, and thanks for all those who have been supporting my channel. I really appreciate that. I just received a super thanks. Thank you so much for that. And also everybody else on my Patreon page and those who have joined the channel. Thank you very much for that. Anyway, I guess you're going to have to wait for the next several systems beyond to see if there's going to be any snow in our area. But right now, it does not look like any snow for the next 2 weeks, the way it's shaping up right now. All right, with that being said, stay warm because it's going to get cold. See you. Bye.